That NFC Championship game was just a game we'll never see again, right? We'll never see 6-5 into the fourth quarter. Defense is just beating the offenses to a bloody pulp. I mean, what was that evening really like from what you remember? Against the Rams, obviously.
There was a play in the game, and I think people think it was the Bert Emanuel catch, and I really still have an issue with the NFL for because that was blatantly a catch. But there was another play in the game. We had a crucial third down. I think it was mid-fourth quarter as well. And I still, to this day, think I snapped the ball before the play clock went out. And we had like a little crossing route by Bert, and I threw the ball to Bert, and there was nobody to the side because the three receivers had cleared it out. And it would have been 1st and 10, like inside of their 15, and the game was still 6-5. This was before Kurt Warner threw the touchdown to Ricky Prohl, I think it was. And I thought that play, I would love to go back and have somebody really show me, because I thought we got that ball snapped on time. They said it was delay of game, but there was a couple plays where you look back and it was like, damn, we were so close. I mean, so close. We had an opportunity early in the game. I think Steve White got an interception or a fumble off of Kurt Warner. And, you go back and you look at the sequence of play calls that we decided to call, and it was like, we probably, just it's little things like that, that, I thought there was one chance in the red zone where I thought I saw pressure that happened a little quicker than it happened on film, and I had a chance to hit Bert down the middle, which would have been a touchdown. So it's just little things that you look back on that the average viewer or the fan wouldn't know. And you're like, damn, we missed some opportunities, because I thought we should have been up more than 6-5.
And still, after that touchdown to Ricky Prohl, there's 4 minutes and 50 seconds left. And you orchestrate, this could have been a shining moment, legendary. I got to tell you, Shaun King drive. You take over at the 30. And I'm sorry, you're 23. Mike Allstott runs for 9, runs for 8, and then you complete passes for 8 to Dave Moore, 4 to Work Done, 9 to Jaquez Green. You're sacked, then you hit Carl Williams for 22. So you get down to the Rams' 22-yard line, you get sacked again, and then it's 51 seconds left, 2nd and 23. And you hit Bert Emanuel for a completion. What was it, about 12 yards? So it would have been a manageable third down. You can even take a shot at the end zone, 2 shots at the end zone if you want. God, your recollection of that, and you say you're still pissed off. It's been a couple decades, so this one must really hurt, Shaun.
Well, to all young players in professional sports, here's what we don't grasp that the veterans understand fully. It's hard to get to those points in the playoffs. For me, I was pissed off when it happened, but in my mind, I use it as fuel. Like, oh yeah, we're going to show them next year. We're going to get back. We're going to do it again. Then you finish playing and you're like, damn, that was Hardy Nickerson and Donnie Abraham and some of these other guys that you grow, Paul Gruber, and some of these other guys that you grow to really, have great relationships with. That was their chance to win a championship. And because of contracts or age, they're not on the Bucs team that ultimately won the Super Bowl. So they didn't get a championship. And, that's the hard part, is that I thought we were the better team that day. And for whatever reason, I would have wanted to be able to see if we could pick up, 9 yards. I think it would have been 3rd and 9 or something like that. 40-something seconds left, inside of their 20. Let us decide it on the field.
Why? Did they think the ball was rolling and it hit the ground?
Remember, this was in the infancy of replay. We didn't even know the play was getting reviewed. Because if you notice, we called timeout after the catch. And so we had a play called and everything. We were in the huddle. I had called a play. The first time I knew the play was being reviewed was when we broke the huddle and the ref was on the ball and said, hold on. And then I looked to the sideline again, and Tony was pointing up.
It would have been the year before, in 1998. We've got some Packer fans that listen. They remember Jerry Rice fumble in the wild card game, and there was no review. Right? Didn't exist.
Right.
Vinny Testaverde had a controversial touchdown against Seattle that year too. So like, this is why it was put in. Like, the very next year, a call that decides who goes to the Super Bowl.
And then they misused it. There's not a person alive when they see that replay. I don't care how old you are, what the rules were when you played, that would say that's an incomplete pass.
Because I rewatched it for the first time in forever this morning, and in my head, like, it's just funny how your memory works. I'm assuming that, of course, he was bobbling it, because at that time, it wasn't like officials were unbelievably strict with what is a catch.
Right.
It's almost become bastardized in the 25 years since. You watch it today, and it's clearly a catch. Clearly. I just don't.
Unbelievable. Like, it's really, to me, the most egregious call in NFL history.
Yeah.
Because it took away something. Like, it took something that had happened away. Like, it just, I don't know. And it's the one when you look back on, like, even the tuck rule and all of that, like, you'll get people that look at that and kind of have their own interpretation. Like, there's nobody alive that looks at that play and says that's not a catch.
So what's the next play, Shaun? Like, what were you guys going to run? How you scoring a touchdown?
Now instead of 3rd and 9, we're back to 3rd and 23.
I mean, if he catches that, right? Like, in your head, you're thinking, all right, he caught it. Like, this is what we're going to do next.
We were actually going to run an isolation play to Warrick Dunn, because we figured that they were going to play man, and it was going to be strong pressure or weak pressure. So we were going to isolate Warrick, and if it was strong side, he would have been matched up on the defensive end. If it was coming from the weak side, it would have been the safety, and we like those matchups either way. So who knows?
The most egregious call in NFL history.
In my opinion, absolutely.